Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Parents of the 21 young people who died at East London's Enyobeni Tavern last year are still waiting for answers. To date, only the tavern owners have been charged for contravening the Liquor Act by serving alcohol to minors. For more, we're joined by Khululekile Ncandana, who lost her child in the tragedy. Very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Talk to us about what you've had to endure with lots of questions and not many answers.
Good evening, everyone, and good evening to the viewers as well. Well, it's been a difficult journey, a very difficult, painful one as well, as you need answers, but you cannot get them. So it's strenuous and it's stressful as well.
You, Mr. Ncandana, were one of the 21 parents who were out protesting as President Cyril Ramaphosa delivered the State of the Nation address. What were you hoping to perhaps encounter or achieve by going out there and really talking about what you're experiencing?
Well, what I was hoping for, there's been a long-awaited Liquor Amendment Act that I believe should be passed as a bill in Parliament, which will probably make things easier for those who are selling alcohol to not sell alcohol to underage children, so that there could be an accountability. Because as now, there's no accountability. Those who are selling alcohol, they are doing as they wish to do. They are selling alcohol to the underage children.
And you say you're still waiting for answers. You say you're not going to rest until you get justice. What is it that you want to achieve?
Well, what we would like to achieve is we want justice for our children. If you can recall, the initial autopsy report suggested that there was a chemical poisoning on the children. But at a later stage, when they gave us the final report, they say it's asphyxiation that killed those children. Whereas when they said stampede was ruled out. So we were all shocked as the parents, and that's why we are still today saying we don't believe the results that we were given by the Department of Health.
And as you make these remarks and have called for more, what sort of response are you getting from government officials?
Well, we are not getting any response from them or from the day they gave us those final reports. So the reason why I'm saying we won't rest until we get the results, we are working with people who are there and who are available to help us to get to get exactly what is it that happened to our children.
And I cannot begin to imagine what you're going through emotionally, psychologically as a family. You lost a son, Mr. Ncandana. Talk to us about what that emotional roller coaster has been like. What do you recall about the tragic incident and where you're sitting as a family?
Well, as a family, it's still very, very painful. It's heartbreaking. You know, we are always thinking about him, whereas we know that he will never come back. But, you will never get closure until you find out exactly what happened there. So that's that's what we need as parents, and that's what we are striving for. To get the proper information as to what really happened there. You cannot allow a situation when you are given two stories as to what happened to our children. And those two stories are coming from the same people from the health department. As you are aware that initial autopsy report, they showed something else. But at a later stage, what the initial autopsy report was showing, they are saying nothing at all about it.
As you protested outside the Cape Town City Hall, did you in any way manage to find some sort of, some sort of hint that this will be looked into and your concerns will be dealt with? Somebody coming out to say they hear you and they acknowledge your presence?
Most of the organizations, more especially the NPOs that were picketing outside Cape Town City Hall, all of us, we didn't get any response from the authorities. There was a gentleman who said he was sent by Parliament to go and collect the information to those organizations who were there as to why they were there, as to why what we wanted. All are still, when the president was talking or was giving the State of the Nation address, you only saw the clips at the bottom that says Eastern Cape is dealing with the problem of selling alcohol to the underage. That's all we saw on TV.
How far are you willing to go, Mr. Ncandana? How far will you go until you are heard?
Well, as I've said to you, there are teams that we are working with that will follow those results, and an independent team that will follow those results to find out exactly, because we believe, as these parents, that not all the necessary reports were done on those results. Some reports were left out in those reports.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Wishing you all the best there. Speaking to Khululekile Ncandana, who lost his son in the tragedy at the Enyobeni Tavern. Thank you for your time.